If you are doing worm composting at home, you already know how amazing worms are. Even with their tiny bodies, they can turn a huge amount of kitchen scraps into rich, nutritious soil. I'm running a few worm composting systems myself, but honestly, there's still so much I don't know about their behavior. So today, I'd like to run a little experiment to learn more about how worms actually live and move. Hi, I'm Tommy from Beggy-PaPa's garden. Today's experiment is simple. Can worms find food even when it's placed higher than where they usually live? Inside the worm bin, they normally gathered right where the food is. So I started wondering, if food is placed away from the surface, will they move vertically to reach it and start breaking it down? To find out, I built a very simple setup and we are going to test it. Here's the small worm bin I prepared. There are a few worms living inside, but recently I haven't added much food, so they are not very active. That means if fresh food appears, they will probably head straight for it. For this experiment, I'm using these plastic bottles. I cut them and shaped them into two tubes so I can compare them side by side. Next, I fitted each tube with potting mix that has a bit of moisture in it. You don't want it too compact. Worms prefer softer, airy soil. Then on the very top of each tube, I will add some kitchen scraps as the food source. You can use almost anything, but softer scraps break down faster. And now, here's what makes the difference. Worm juice. This liquid comes from one of my other worm bins, and it's full of nutrients and microorganisms. I'll pour the worm juice into only one of the towels. This creates a scent trail from the top of the towel down to the surface of the worm bin. And hopefully it will make it easier for the worms to detect where the food is. Let's see whether the worms will climb up and find the food. 1 week has passed. Both towels seem to be keeping their moisture, but there doesn't appear to be any visible change. As you can see, we can't spot any worms in each towel yet. Another week has passed. Worms are sensitive to light and sound, so let's check quickly. Look at this. At the top of the left tower, just below the food, there are several worms. Let's check the one next to it. This one has worms too. If worms have reached the top, it's safe to say they are also active deeper in the soil. Now let's take the towers apart and look inside. The tower on the right did not have worm juice added, and the one on the left did. I didn't count them exactly, but from what I can see, both towers seem to have a similar number of worms. Now for the conclusion. In this experiment, I used towers made from plastic bottles, cut to about 15 centimeters in height. They aren't very tall, but the worms were still able to move vertically and find the food at the top of the tower. I even found some very small baby worms. Most importantly, this experiment shows that worms can easily find food even when it's located some distance away. I hope this experiment helps you manage your compost a little better. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any suggestion or advice, please let me know in comments below. I'm going to share my new experiences, my challenges, and my mistakes. If you'd support me, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And see you at the next video. Bye.